there is a phenomenon called the Taylor Swift effect that I believe affects or can contribute to what we consider civic responsibility. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's talk about the Taylor Swift effect. It is a phenomenon which occurred after Taylor Swift released her first album. Upon hearing this album, every girl between the ages of 11 and 20 who knew a few chords on an acoustic guitar declared themselves singer-songwriters and began to write billions of generic songs about breakups and jealousy and so forth and so on. And what does that have to do with civics and civic responsibility? I'm happy that you asked. It's called the Taylor Swift effect. Which means that she did something and it caused other people to want to follow suit. When we talk about civic responsibility, oftentimes we see it from a political perspective, and politicians or people who are maybe even activists are encouraging you to vote. And if you can just get, there's like this group of people encouraging one people to make a difference. But what if one person thought about it in a different way? What if you as a person got civically engaged, not even from a political perspective, because there are non-political ways of being civically engaged, taking civic responsibility. And once you take that on, it sparks something in the mind of others. When people see you out here volunteering, when people see you out here serving, when people see you out here researching and finding out what's going on, what's happening with the communities of people, when you're out here being socially responsible, when you're out here being an activist or being an advocate for whatever cause, when you're standing in solidarity, just by you doing it yourself, it won't be the Taylor Swift effect. It will be the you effect. You, because of what you're doing, will cause people to want to strum the chords of their own civic responsibility. So I don't have a lot to say here. I just want to encourage you to actually go out and do it. Like, hey, who am I to go do something that's civically engaged? And I can take civic responsibility, but what is that going to do for other people? You'll be surprised the amount of people who will be like, man, this person really cares about the community. This person really is giving. This person really is donating to these causes that's going to actually help this group of people from this group of this community. It just does something for people when they see it. You're leading by example. That's really what it is. People talk about it jokingly, the Taylor Swift effect, and these girls think that they're songwriters and they really not. Well, at the end of the day, if they got some chords and they really are singing, they're doing it. It's encouraging people to get out there. So what I'm telling you is you should have the Taylor Swift effect when it comes to civic responsibility and civic engagement. All it takes is actually you getting out there, getting started. Listen, I want you to put in your mind that I can be influential. You see, the Taylor Swift effect didn't start today, like now that she's at the height of her glory as an artist. The Taylor Swift effect started when she was on album 1, album 2. Just one young girl playing guitar, and it just sparked a movement. Question for you. In what way could you be civically engaged? Something subtle that could possibly, and because you can be civically engaged and people not know about it. But what is something that you can do that people could know about, so that instead of having to say, hey, go vote, or go stop avoiding jury duty, or whatever it is you're trying to say, you don't have to say anything. You just have to do it. What's one thing that you could do, you could do to create the Taylor Swift effect when it comes to civic responsibility? Feel free to drop me a comment. I would love to know. I'm doing my best at trying to do the same thing. For me, I am sparking a movement with a festival, resurrecting the platform, encouraging people to have civil conversations, right? Encouraging message-driven music to go forward. And I'm not sure what the impact will be, but hopefully if people see me being civically engaged, they're going to look around and be like, man, I probably should do something. They don't have to do what I'm doing, but maybe they'll do something. So drop me a comment on what's something that you can do. That's sparked by simply me sitting here talking about being more civically engaged. Maybe it's sparking something with you. I'd love to know what that is. Until next time, I'll see you in the next video. Peace Ow.
Listen, ShySpeaks, 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 ShySpeaks.